We would like to welcome our first sponsor to the Green Room, the Cannabis Superstore, Lakeshore Road, Etobicoke. Cannabis growing supplies and education company, providing cannabis education, premier gear, growing equipment, extraction equipment, genetics, federal compliance, health and safety, access to LP products they deliver. Located at 2775 Lakeshore Boulevard West in Etobicoke. They have an excellent Instagram page. Check it out, Cannabis Superstore, or give them a call, 647-748-2775. From the industry through the community into your home, it's the Green Room, and we're on. What's going on, everybody? It's Les from Cannabis Wiki. We are here with the 2019 award-winning Cannabis Social Influencer of the Year. Our North American cannabis flower, Miss Jackie Childs.
Hey guys, welcome to the Green Room.
Yeah, hell I know. And without a doubt, not to be left out, always give a shout out to Budsy Childs.
A little Budsy.
He's kicking around here.
He's excited for the holidays.
Right? Yeah, the holidays. Happy holidays, everybody. Don't want to leave that out. Everybody to have a good, safe time.
We have a really great guest today. We have a really cool chick from New York City.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hot too. Can we say that, or is that not?
No, that's all right.
And I don't care. I said it.
Yeah, no, that's all good. No, yeah, we got somebody from New York City in the house today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And we've got some great guests lined up for the new year too. This is Green Room is the green world. We've gone from room to world. The greenhouse, not the White House. We're the greenhouse.
We have the greenhouse. Yo, everybody's welcome here. Well, not
everyone.
Everybody.
You know what? No, I think everyone.
We do like to, can't wait. You know what? In 2020, we got to get some of the opposition on the opposite side of the table.
For sure. Definitely.
Have a conversation.
I would love to.
I think that'd be interesting.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, right?
Part of the whole, healing with cannabis and the journey is forgiveness and self-awareness. And I would definitely, I'm up for it all.
I like it.
Stay tuned, guys. We got a good show for you today.
And if you want to be a sponsor of the Green Room, yes, you could reach us at sponsor@cannabis.wiki or reach us at 833. Oh, damn. Is that 833?
Oh, damn. Just slide into Lester's DMs.
Yeah, hit my Instagram DMs. You want to get yourself on the Green Room, or you want to be a sponsor?
Yeah, and we got some pretty exciting stuff for the New Year's, for the New Year as well, as far as some live podcasts. We're going to be everywhere.
That's right.
Message us. And give us the phone number again if you want to call and do business, or you don't remember it. I just know the extension is 710.
Yeah, I know. That one just caught me right off guard.
I like that we don't know the number.
It's that joint I smoked. I'm just live.
So,
yeah.
Guys, our number's right here. Right here.
Look up or look down. Our number's there. I'm sorry. I hit some sativa and it just straightened my head. Feeling nice. Ready to do this. I can't wait to talk to her.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
All right, homie. Let's do this. We'll be back.
Bye.
Do you want to know how cannabis can help with chronic pain? From MS to surgery rehab or arthritis? Or how cannabis can help with some mental health illnesses like depression, anxiety, insecurity? Maybe you just want to know about cannabis itself. Then Cannabis Wiki is a cannabis website that teaches you, guides you, and will provide you the latest cannabis news, showcasing many shows about cooking with cannabis, or an up-close look sitting down with cannabis industry professionals. If you're looking to broaden your cannabis knowledge, please visit cannabis.wiki to learn more. So, do our intro.
This is my friend Kym. Oh,
Yeah, of course.
Your cannabis, cannabis.
Cannabis with Kym.
Cannabis with KymB, because I used to have a news show, and that's what it was called, Cannabis with KymB. So I don't do the show anymore, but that's what everybody calls me.
Well, that's our guest today.
So, guys, welcome to the Green Room, Cannabis with Kym.
Hey, thanks for coming. Thanks for being on. Really excited to have you.
Thank you so much for having us.
And you're in New York City right now, New York? Where are you?
Yeah, I live on Staten Island.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Very
Okay.
cool.
Nice.
And you also own a business, run a business, or part of a business, Tribe Tokes or something? What's it called?
Yes, I'm the co-founder.
Tell us a little bit
Tribe
about
Tokes.
it. Tell us.
So what is that?
It's a vaping and CBD lifestyle brand that we started back in 2017. I have been, a lover of CBD and cannabis since the beginning of my adult life. And I met my business partner at a Women Grow meeting, and we were kind of doing the same thing. And she's like, I think we need to shack up. And I was like, okay. And so
that's sort of how I roll too. Let's shack up.
I was like, all right, we're going to get married now and have a baby business together. And so we decided to find a showroom in the meatpacking district of New York City.
Cool.
And we've been there for 2 years.
That's really cool. And you sent me some. You gifted me some, and it was awesome. Beautiful product.
Thank
Worked
you.
amazing. I mean, packaging. I love the whole thing. I like the little touch of gold. It's really nice stuff. Really, really nice.
Thank you. Yes.
So how was that?
We try to keep it sexy and high end, but create products that actually work.
Which it does.
That's key. So how was that in New York City itself to start in 2017 with a vape shop?
It's a shit show. We actually don't have a vape shop at all. We are a private showroom, and we sell for wholesale and distribution. But it's been crazy. It's been crazy because, cannabis is not at all legal in New York. Everyone's like, oh, weed is legal. No, it's not.
Right.
It's not legal.
It's been decriminalized, and we're getting there. But there's, and we have a very small medical program here in New York City, but it's not that robust. There's actually no cannabis flower in our dispensaries. So, kind of moving through New York City when basically everyone's like, it's not legal, it can be tricky.
Right.
Well, doesn't everyone know that you have weed? Like, I guess it could be tricky.
I mean, it's like, lucky for me, like, we actually don't have weed. We have, CBD, which is like still a gray area, but we've been able to really, transcend into a brand that is kind of like a household name in New York City. So that's been good. But, a lot of our friends are, having troubles. They had an embargo on edibles, so there was no CBD edibles allowed in New York City. And, it's just been tricky.
So there's an embargo. You can't have edibles?
No. Yeah. I'm not sure if they are still like persecuting, but they sent out a few rounds of letters and have not shut businesses down, but told them they had to stop serving like any type of ingestible CBD, which is ridiculous. Like,
Jesus.
We don't have better things to do than worry about CBD and coffee.
I think New York has better things to do.
Right.
I think so.
I would think
That's
so.
some serious shit.
Are you a medical patient? How did you find the plant? How did you come?
First and foremost, I am a patient. That is how I have come to this seat, is being a patient.
Okay. So for how long? How long have you been in the cannabis space personally? Like for your own journey with cannabis?
Well, it's a funny little story. I dropped out of school at 15 to clean motel rooms and sell nickel bags. And my dad was a consumer and let me rock with it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if those nickel bags were actual real weed. I was like, did we get high back then?
I like these stories. I love these hood stories. Give me some more. I knew she had some street cred.
Not the same. And I just always was very attracted to plant life. Plants in general. I love plants. I have a garden apartment here on Staten Island. I live a plant-based life. I'm a vegetarian, and I've kind of been like on that journey my whole life. And I used to grow my own cannabis before there was medical programs and before there was, dispensaries and stuff. So when I got into my 20s, my ex-husband and I were like, we couldn't find cannabis. And so we're like, let's just grow our own plants. And it started out with just growing some of our own plants into, kind of becoming aficionados in cannabis. And so in 2013, I got divorced. My dad passed away, and I started working at Equinox in New York City. I'm a Pilates instructor by trade for 21 years now. And I discovered CBD, and I was like, oh yes, honey, this is it.
She discovered it and had to share.
And that was it. And since 2013, I've been really just moving towards pushing the movement, advocacy for patients, advocacy for adult use. And in 2016, I became the ambassador for Women Grow for New York City.
Wow.
And which is a huge honor and a big privilege, and something that I hold with the highest respect. And I've been able to have a platform that allows me to, push the movement, have patient advocacy, specifically for women. I'm a women's advocate in the cannabis space.
Definitely.
And
that's how I found
now
you.
Here in 2020, I'm doing the same thing.
And is that why you were just at MJ Biz? Why were you there? Just a party, or were you there as part of an agenda or a mission, or what were you there for?
I go every year.
And,
4 years.
Really?
It's my 4th year.
Cool.
I go, of course, for the parties, but specifically for the networking. And if you want to be a player in the game, you got to play.
Right.
And you got to be there. And the big dogs are there, and everybody's there. So it's important to show face and shake hands with the right people. Mm-hmm. So it was effing crazy.
You're allowed to say the word.
Hey, if you want to light up a joint, you can light up a joint. So don't worry about the F shot.
Okay.
Yeah. You can light up one too, Lester.
This is the green room.
So sure.
What was the highlight when you were at MJ Biz? What was like the most exciting thing, or what was your highlight?
I think that walking the showroom floor was my least favorite part because it's so overwhelming and there's so much, and I get a little bit of anxiety. So,
right.
I liked the parties. I went to the Edible Magazine party, sponsored by like Oasis and Jack Hara. I met Dan Hara.
Nice
Herrera.
man. Yeah, Herrera.
He's like, Herrera. I'm like, okay. From New York, I don't know. I shouted out. And yeah, so that was really fun. I got to hand out the awards for the Cannabis Awards, which was on Tuesday, December 10th, sponsored by Cloverleaf University and hosted by Chloe Villano. And that was like kind of like a spur of the moment thing where she was like, can you hand out the awards? And I was like actually present them like Vanna White type thing. Yeah, I need you to do that. And I was like, okay. So giving out the awards for like, Advocate of the Year and, Woman of the Year and all of that was really, really such an honor and a privilege. So I really enjoyed that. The Fairchild party that was thrown by Dave Tran and friends was absolutely so fun. The who's who of cannabis was there. It was really great.
I'm jealous. So jealous.
Next year, sis, you gotta come.
I'll come for sure. I was sitting here with Lester.
Yes.
We were just talking about it. We weren't there.
Lucky me.
So
you guys are doing God's work, though.
Yeah.
So. We're all doing God's work. We're all doing God's work. This is why the green room is here, so that we can connect with people like you, Nikki.
What do Americans think of us, Canadians? What are the Americans thinking of us right now in the cannabis space? Like, what do they think about what we're doing? Or
I think that everyone's always so skeptical of like how like it can go off without like a big like fiasco. So I think a little jealous, because it's hard. It's really hard here. Our government, I mean, I'm not going to get into politics, but like Donald Trump isn't like being
our
like,
government.
yes,
Oh yeah,
you know,
Right.
he's not. So we're kind of like, you know, in this like purgatory of what's going to happen with the government. So I think we're looking at Canada for like, you know, if they can do it, like
definitely
we can too.
Right.
So
we have a few hiccups. We've had a few little.
Yeah, for sure.
We're trying our best, like big or small fish in a big pond.
It's uncharted territory, right?
Yeah. So what's in the cannabis space, since you've been around for so long, what is a highlight, not from MJ Biz, but a highlight for you, like a personal highlight within the cannabis space? What's something that really stands out?
Well, I mean, definitely having the opportunity to be the ambassador of Women Grow for New York City has been awesome. We were invited to be in a part of Fashion Week. And so our vapes went down the runway for Fashion Week, and they actually vaped on the runway.
So
and
cool.
I was pretty excited about that. It was a pretty big deal.
Yeah, New York
and we
Fashion
won a
Week's
cannabis
massive.
award for it. So that was awesome.
Oh, good for you. That is awesome.
Yeah, we've made a couple of publications as like Rolling Stones and you know, some of Weed Maps, and there's you know, we were on Cheddar. So those were all like really great moments for us to be able to talk about cannabis freely and have some great interviews. So that's been really amazing too. I think the best thing though is like meeting my business partner and being able to be co-founder of a CBD and cannabis brand in New York City. I hold that in like a really high regard as well, because women in cannabis, like we have to fight the manpower too. And I love men. I have a boyfriend. Shout out to my boyfriend. He's amazing. But the women, it's been a shit show. Like it hasn't been freaking easy for us. You know, white men in suits dominate cannabis here in the United States,
Here
and
too.
I'm sure, you know, throughout.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking over it. And I'm ready for women to have a bigger stance and a bigger piece of the pie here in the cannabis space. So, you know, I think that's like more like what being part of Women Grow has really helped me be able to, you know, advocate for women. So I think between meeting Deja, my business partner, the CEO and original founder of Tribe Tokes, and being able to become a co-founder, and meeting her at Women Grow, and then being able to be the ambassador, that probably is the biggest thing.
That's pretty amazing. That's really
So what kind of things
Yeah.
are Women Grow doing in New York City? Are you guys having festivals, events, conferences, expos?
Yes, absolutely. Well, Women Grow has a huge presence, and we have been, you know, throwing signature events and pop-up events and giving other women the opportunity to throw pop-ups within the community, sponsoring different events. So I think, you know, Women Grow is a platform for women to come in and become part of the industry in a safe space.
Now,
And everybody's invited, which I love. And we allow penises too. So
shots fired,
because 20% of the attendees, if not a little more, are men. So it's just, and I love the men that support women in cannabis. And so big shout out to all the men who are working with women or supporting women in any way. I think that is absolutely amazing.
Well said. Well said. So what kind of resistances do women in weed face in New York City?
in New York. Yeah. What's happening negatively?
Yeah, you know, I think
Other
that,
than
you know,
fucking Donald
being in
Trump.
such a crazy city like New York, where like we are obsessed with Wall Street and make movies about it all the time, that it's like the resistance is women are not investing as much as they could be in women businesses. And so it's dominated by men. And so basically it's all white men in suits that are investing in the companies. And it kind of puts a little like halt on this social equity and social justice movement that we have to push, because as you guys all know, the people that have been in the industry are the ones who really created the movement,
Right.
and they should have the opportunity to have a voice too. So I think the resistance is this like political arrow that comes through and kind of just stabs social equity and social justice in the heart and is kind of taking over. So it's really important for the culture to have a stand too. And as you guys know, there is no actual flower in our dispensaries.
Mm-hmm.
It's some concentrates and vapes. We're just starting to get into dry herb pods for, vaping and such.
Right.
So I think the resistance has been allowing our government here in New York, allowing for flower to flow a little more freer. So and that has a lot to do with what our government here in New York looks like, which is, predominantly white men in suits. And I'm not complaining about that. My boyfriend is white and he looks really handsome when he wears a suit. but the government isn't as cute. They're not as cute as he is. So it's more like they have, a lot of resistance and, the whole stop and frisk movement that,
What's that? Tell us what that, we don't have that here. Do we? We have stop and frisk? No.
It's like ridiculous. They have this law. It's a long time, they apologized. The governor, came out and apologized for it and everything. But basically it was the right in New York to stop anybody for any reason and frisk them.
Wow.
And that's why so many of our, our brown and black friends have been put in jail like needlessly. Like
so
there's
were they
no
targeting
reason for all of these.
Were they
people.
targeting racial targeting like people of color? Was that what it
Big
really
time.
was? It was
Big time.
And if they
Right.
found
Big time.
something on you, then you would be thrown in jail. So if they
Yeah.
frisked you and you had
Petty
a bud
weed
or a joint,
charges.
really
Petty weed charges. There's so many petty weed charges here in New York, and there's still people in jail here in New York. Rikers Island is not a nice place to be, and it's still open, and there are still people in jail serving time for small amounts of cannabis. And there are people out here on the street that are doing far worse than that, and they're worried about and there's like a big thing about, oh well, they had priors and stuff. We are sentenced and put in jail, or we have to serve our time, and once that is done, we have served our time.
Right.
And we should move forward on that. Not everyone's perfect. I have been arrested before, and I don't care.
Right.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I paid my fines. I paid my dues.
Right.
Here I am moving forward.
Preach.
Let's just let people have the right to live their life. And being thrown in jail for cannabis because of the color of your skin or because where you live, that's not okay. And so, this big thing about Wall Street investing, they also invest in our government and pharmaceuticals. So I think we just have to keep a really close eye on what's happening governmentally.
Are you familiar with Steve D'Angelo's Last Prisoner Project?
I actually just gave Steve the award for.
Oh, of course, she was handing out the awards, and he get like an achievement.
He's in New York a lot,
Right.
And so you're familiar with the Last Prisoner Project, which is exactly what you were talking about. So Cannabis
I'm a big
Amnesty.
supporter of that, of course.
Is there any other movements in New York City like the Last Prisoner Project, or is that the only thing that is going on right now?
There's several different organizations that are based here in New York and, that are helping people. There's the Weed for Warriors and a bunch of other great smaller organizations. And there's a few amazing advocates here that are really working for the veterans, including Leo Bridgewater, who just won I forget if it was advocate or activist of the year, but he has really been pushing the movement for veterans as he's done like 5 tours and such. So he speaks a lot and has helped push some of the legislation in New Jersey that is now currently in place. So there's a ton of different great organizations, and they're popping up more and more, which I love. And I get to see so many of the amazing people here in New York really come together and be able to see results. And that's what it's all about, is like applying all of the things that we talk about and we're so heartfelt about, and then actually doing it and it's working and we're seeing results, and that's like a party in itself. I light up to that.
I pretty much
I'll join you on that one. I will join you on that one. This woman is well spoken. You are the right person to be in front of what's going on.
How can all of our friends and followers, our listeners of the Green Room, how can they find you? Where's the best place to find what you're up to and what you're doing?
Well, come on down in your
yes.
You guys are both invited.
I have to get there.
But you can find me on Instagram at Cannabis with KymB, and it's KYMB as in boy. I'm launching a website here in January, cannabiswithkymb.com. That is going to be a collective of women and men, because I like penises too. That is going to give people a voice to be able to talk about what's happening in their communities, in their lives, and blog. And so I'm really excited to launch that. And I have a great woman, a younger editor-in-chief in her 20s that I support. I support women in cannabis, and I specifically hire them. So you can find me there, cannabiswithkymb.com, in January 2020. And of course, Tribe Tokes and Tribe Brands on Instagram. So Deja, my business partner, and I have a team of great women that run our social media platforms. So we try to do as much as we can there. And that's the best way to find us.
What is your favorite strain?
Oh, that's a good one. What's your favorite strain?
It's so hard. So I love Cali weed. Like, it's my favorite thing. So there's this Nameless Genetics has this strain called Mega Wellness, and it is probably my favorite thing. Like, I'll buy a whole pound. Like, it's just like, that's like all I want to smoke. But, it's funny. It's hard to say what my favorite strain is because there are so many amazing like growers out there. But I always love gelato for after I work out. I like to let my muscles release, and for some reason that terpene really just gives me like the relaxation in my body that I need after hitting the gym, pumping some iron and such. So I would say that I love gelato. I love Mega Wellness first, but I just love great weed. And I love all the terpenes, and I love all the growers, and I love clean meds. So anything that's nice and dank and delicious, and that has a great terpene profile, I'm down.
Preach.
Dank and delicious. That's that's Kym.
Dank and delicious.
I love you. You sent me a Christmas something, a holiday something, and I couldn't open it. What was it? And you sent it to
me. My Instagram got hacked, and don't open it.
Oh!
When you become like an influencer, Jackie, people hate, man.
I know.
And they come after you, and my account got hacked, and hundreds of people got like all of these fake KymB messages.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they did a nice job because I give away a lot of stuff, and they were like giving away stuff, and I was like, well, please know that I have a heart.
It says there, Kym's giving you something or sent you a gift, so I clicked on it, and it's like, sorry, this link is dead. Like, it won't go. I'm like,
dead. It was hacked. So happy influencing. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
It's that or dick pics.
Oh man.
Oh god.
Girl.
Oh man.
Sometimes I'm like, is that real?
So when you say I like penises, you got to be careful that you don't say that too often, because those penises will be sliding into your DMs. We don't need that.
Right?
I get a lot of them.
I'm sure you do. I do too. And it's pretty funny, actually. I get more amusement out of that than most.
Right.
Actually, I had one not too long ago that they sent me. It was just a dick pic. And it said, I hope I run into you in the club this weekend. And I'm like I'll know you from that. Oh, hey, that's the guy that sent me the dick pic over there. Really?
That's hysterical. Well, you're so beautiful. I might,
thank you.
If I had a penis, I might send you a picture of it too, Jackie.
Shots fired.
I'm blushing. Kym wants to send me a dick pic.
Jackie,
man.
100%. Oh my God.
The love just went up.
There we go.
That would be
Ladies
really
in cannabis, keeping it classy.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
Oh,
Always
yes.
classy.
You are representing very strong for the USA. We love it.
Well, thank you for taking time to come and visit us at the green room. We'll have to
Hell
come
yeah.
and see you.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Thank you. I'm so honored. I was like, yes, and yeah, thank you so much. But you guys, I'm a huge fan. And Jackie, I think you are an amazing human being. What you are doing and speaking out and allowing, all women to see, like, it doesn't matter where you come from or who you are. This is our medicine and we have the right to choose. Thank you for doing that as a beautiful, influencer in the space. And as a woman, thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I mean, you are my reason. So thanks a lot for coming on and thank you for sharing with us. And I appreciate the compliment.
It's deserved.
Happy holidays, guys. This is Cannabis with KymB, and I love the green room.
Yeah,
Boom.
she does.
Thanks again, Kym, so much.
Thank you. And we'll talk to you soon.
Guys.
All
Thank
right.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Aww.
That was booyah.
I love that. I have goosebumps. Like, she wanted to send me a dick pic.
Right? I'm telling
See,
you.
when a girl says that, it's like a compliment. I'm all excited. But
It's
if
a double.
guy...
It's a double.
Yeah,
It's a double.
so sorry, Lester. We're a bunch of
You don't
bitches.
have to say sorry. I know the nature of how these things go. All right? I'm not fooled by the beauty of woman.
Have you ever sent a dick pic?
Nah.
I'm so glad you said no. If you were like thinking about it for a second and said yes, it's like, oh, Christ's
Nah, there's
sakes.
nothing to think about, man. Dudes that know their shit, they know their shit.
Yeah. Thanks for not sending out a dick pic.
Thumbs up.
So that was a really great interview.
Yeah, she's dope, man. She's got it going on.
I saw New York Fashion Week is the biggest in the world. Like Paris, Milan has fashion. There's fashion all over, but New York Fashion Week is the place to be. And they brought cannabis to the runways.
That's mad.
Really cool.
Vape pens,
and they actually
puffing.
vaped down the runways.
That is nuts.
In a state where it's illegal.
I
love that.
I get scared of shit like that. So.
Not me. I love it. Disruptors.
That's why I get to hang with her. So, to get your cannabis talk fresh and a little bit sticky, keep it locked to Cannabis Wiki. And we're out. The green room.
See you guys. Thanks for listening.
Boom.